are you, Rob, this evening?
Very good, mate. How are you?
Very, very good. Just played a game. It's very hot here at the moment, but we're not playing. We're just commentating, so it's all right. So, as I said earlier,
And Pumas down by 3 points in the ladder, but with a -7 goal difference, keeping them down there specifically. So a win today would have to be 11-0 just to take them above Braza in that table. Braza hopefully not looking to get that embarrassed today.
socials, gather round, they call it, these midweek catch-up games they do throughout the season, and so far their crowd is stunned, and Perth Pumas have the early advantage. What about that?
Jahel just as sharp as ever since coming back from that Gold Coast International. He's been looking very, very sharp.
Still going, Vanagas, he keeps it in. He's been active early, goes to the cutback round. That's a Jahel. Jahel from range. Indeed, Rob. Jahel coming back from International West Coast Cobras. Summer break, but Jahel has been. Here's Vanagas. Sort of cut back, Ban, heavy touch, battling, still going, Ban, gets the cut back, shot.
Jahel. They're just looking to feed Jahel as much as they can here, driving the ball up the field. Pumas getting into a dangerous area now. Can he find the shot? He does! Good save by Page there now as Ban drives up the field for Braza. Plays it in for Vannin. Vannin back to Ban. Ban cutting inside, just trying to get the best of them. And now Wilson trying to battle well, loses out, plays the ball through. Page go out there in the end. Finding Ban down the side, down the line with Bannon. Bannon just losing out. Flick over the top, I guess. Alexander. Can't find him once again. Here's Vannon. Snuffed out by Jahel. Still going. Flick down the line for Alexander. Missed. Here's Ban now for Braza. Well done. Now can Alexander keep it? He does. Switches. Oh, but the ball does go out of play in the end. And it's before the break. Braza. 4-2 loses to Cumbre in the end there, and same as well for Pumas who went down to 1-2 focus just before the break, both looking to turn around here with this catch-up fixture. Here's Ban, through for Vannin. Vannin now with Vanagas overlapping, goes back for Ban in the end. Wilson ends up winning the ball with Braza.
apologies as well for those tuning in without audio. Me and Rob were having a great conversation the first couple of minutes, and one of the microphones isn't working, so we're back on the way. Just turns this evening. As I was saying, you guys didn't hear, but I was saying earlier, Marja Hill has been in a rich vein of form, part of the West Coast Cobras, Gold Coast International squad, and the FFA men's state team. Both of those sides losing in the grand final. And so we had a look at the ladder earlier on. It's a do or die fixture for both of these sides. After this game, they only have one game remaining. And if they're going to make top 7 of these teams, they can't afford to lose tonight. Winner has a slight chance. Loser, you'd have to say they're out of it entirely. Wilson on the corner. Vanagas from range over the bar. Gus Fontana, coach of Braza, just told his bench he doesn't understand why they don't do what they train. He's not happy with how the opening 4 minutes has gone. Burnett, his first in the match, recently being part of the youth AFA team play in Sydney. As there's an early chance! Vanagas equalises. Brilliant shot from range. Burnett with the assist. Have a look at the replay. That was an absolute bullet. Mark Bentley, it was hard to get past last time out against the West Coast Cobras, but he's beaten here early. Rocket from Vanagas equalises our proceedings this evening. Alexander Stephenson, out of play. Escobar sees that one into touch, and Braza just have a bit more energy to them. It's a big Braza crowd this evening. Here's Burnett on the break, cuts it inside, it's well read. Now Pumas up to attack, they're dispossessed almost instantly. Here's Vanagas, chip ball to the back post. Hilton, see that one into touch. If you tune into Braza's socials, they call this round Gather Round. It happened last year against the Scarborough Sharks. It's happening again this year. They have their juniors training. They look to the crowd. There's a few of them that have stuck around afterwards. They'd like to get a team photo after the match. They need their fans more than ever this evening. As I said earlier, if they win, a good chance of making the top 7, but if they lose, to say it's almost impossible. Here's a long ball. Alexander on the break. Burnett comes across well. Sees it out of play. Side ball. Next up. The battle in the top 4. We've got Fury Futsal Club up against the Northern Hawks. Here we are this Wednesday evening. Midweek games. Two absolute busters. Over to you, Rob Sinclair.
Thank you very much. And then in the other fixture over at Melville, we have Cobra Wolves playing against West Coast Cobras. And a big clash there from Pilton and Alexander. No foul called. Back to Vanagas. Through for Escobar. As he pushes his way through. back post. Big save there from Page. Wow. Brilliant save there from Page. Daly finding Wilkinson up the top. Jahil running over. Burnett. Here's Burnett over the ball. Goes back for Uwe. Uwe into Ban. Ban now going down the line. Wilson was looking for the inside.
Now we can press.
Here's Wilson. Flicks down the line. Jahil. Brown trying to shift to the feet there of Wilkinson. And here's Jahil on the ball. Ban shaping him up. Jahil losing up to Ban, but there's Stephenson to help clean up. Back to Jahil. Wilkinson. Ban. 3-on-3. Escobar. Stephenson cleaning up once again. As Pumas get the ball once again. Wilkinson, space, given by Burnett. Goes back through, but there's Wilson there for Ban. Ban now, time to drive down the line, one-on-one against Chell. Switches it for Burnett in the end though, who now faces up. Wilkinson goes back through the middle for Wilson. Wilson just trying to drift through, trying to beat Brown. Ends up giving it straight to Stephenson, and Brown now with a bit of space to drive. Switches it back for Wilkinson in the back corner, and just still going. And Stephenson arriving in the middle just a tad late there, as Wilkinson does immensely well. And we have a timeout here for drinks break for both teams, and we will be back just in a minute. And here's Wilson. Wilson finding a brilliant ball for Valias, who finds the finish to put Stirling Braza Ginga 2-1 up. And wow, 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 what a ball through by Wilson, just to find the feet of Vanagas to perfection, who doesn't waste this glorious chance in front of him to put Braza Ginga in front after being 1-0 down. And now Alexander with a chance, and what a brilliant block by Sean Wilson there to deny the comeback immediately. Alexander strikes, Page saves, goes long for Wilson, and now Bentley, time on the ball. Gives Jahel. Alexander through to Brown. Here's Pham. Pham to Jahel. Jahel's strike deflected, taken into the corner. Alexander now over the corner. Wilson gives Ban. Ban keeps it in well. Goes back to Wilson once again. Here's Vanagas now sizing up Pham. Driving in between Pham and Alexander now as Vannon comes away with the ball. And Alexander and Pham doing work once again, defending against Braza Ginga.
If we have a look at that live ladder, Braza getting the 3 points here, 2-1 at the moment. They are now up into 7th place, above Perth United on goal difference. So, as we said earlier, a lot on the line this evening. Braza, if you do finish in that top 7, you are automatically secured with a quarterfinals finish, because at the end of the regular season, after the split, we go into quarterfinals. And for Braza, they're definitely eyeing that off. And Vanagas, he's been the star man this evening. Definitely the ones that I know Amar Jahel was telling his boys to be aware of. We're back underway now. Brown out wide, little ball down the line, no one in particular, and John Paul Page collects as Palermo, he checks back on his first stint in a while. He's been out with injury. It's good to see him back on the quarters. There's a foul called against the Pumas, yellow card as well for a push off the ball. Vanagas had made a brilliant run. As I was saying, it's great to see Ivan Palermo back on the court. It's been a few months. He's been out with injury. And he's a big, big in for Braza. Their big target man. And I think he won the free kick there as well. Here's Vanagas, shoots low, it gets intercepted. Wilkinson on the break, plays it across, asking for the handball. Advantage paid, and the shot was clear, saved by Page. And rolling foul against Braza for the handball there. Here's Brown. Pham, 6 points over at Optus Stadium, but nothing here at Perth Mod. John Paul Page, he goes long. Palermo holds it up well, resets to Ban. Maybe a bit lucky there. Out wide, Vanagas. Oh, a little chip over the top, but Wilkinson, he collects well. Pham, ball inside. Ban intercepts well. Here's Vanagas, got space, goes for the switch to Wilson. A bit too much on it, and Wilson couldn't control it. So it's out of play. Brown's ball. Brown, ball down the line. Wilkinson, Ban intercepts well. Here's Pincelli. That was delightful. Ball out wide. Back to Pincelli. Wide of the post. He's been one of the star men for the Pumas this season, and he's looking lively tonight. That early goal, well responded by Braza. Ball over the top. Palermo controls it well. Resets it all the way back to Vanagas. Such a high-intense game so far. In the heat here in Western Australia. Beautiful ball around the corner there for Vanagas. He flicks it wide, cuts it back, and Vanagas! It's a first half hat-trick! And Palermo gets the assist on return from injury. The crowd celebrates that one. And it's a team celebration as well. And John Paul Page, he is happy about that one, and it is a timeout now for the Perth Pumas. Mark Bentley, not much he could have done with all 3 shots. He was in a rich vein of form before the break. He's already conceded 3 in this first half for Vanagas. He told me before the game hat-trick, and he didn't just give me a hat-trick, he gave me a hat-trick in the first 10 minutes of the match. And after the slow start for Stirling Braza Ginga, going 1-0 down early in front of their home crowd, they've pulled it back, and it's been a good timeout now called. I believe Amar Jahel being player coach this evening. He's not happy with what he's seen in the last couple of minutes. And we look over here at the Braza team talk. Gus is saying don't get caught in the counter-attacks, be careful. Cover in defense. Work back even if it's hot. If you're tired, have a sub. So both stern team talks from both sides.
1, 2, 3, Braza!
Braza and up in arms. And back on the court, Vanagas, Burnett, Wilson, Pilton. And for Pumas, we've got Pincelli, Brown, Stephenson, Bentley in net. Obviously, here's Stephenson, tries to take it down the line, but it's seen out of play. And Mulholland as well for the Perth Pumas, number 11. He's in possession now, flicks it around the corner. Brown, ball to the back post, Stephenson, Pincelli left it. Page collects it comfortably. Wilson inside, Burnett. Oh, it was a nice little chip down the line, but it was a bit too heavy. And it's seen into touch. Here's Pincelli, back to Brown. Ball down the line, delightful to Stephenson. The back post run was there. Couldn't find the connection, Stephenson. There's Mulholland, goes for the shot, blocked. Vanagas, he's breaking, he's got 3. He gets through the legs. Bentley comes out well though. Comes out well. And that one's seen away from harm. Vanagas, absolutely brilliant performance. And we updated you all on the top goal scorers at the weekend. And just as a reminder, obviously Charlie Garnham is at the summit. What a season he's had so far. And he also demonstrated that at FFA Nationals, finishing that tournament as the top scorer. So it's Charlie with 12, Theo, Cato and Ross all on 10 behind him. But if we have a look now at Vanagas, with this hat-trick this evening, he's definitely in the hunt for more. Oh. So he's got 8, so with the hat-trick, he's been jumped up to 11, so he goes second now in the goal-scoring tally. Only 1 goal now behind Charlie Garnham. Here's Pilton, getting pressed high. Gets the side ball. Burnett. Ball down the line, off Wilson. Here's Jahel, breaking on his left foot, he shoots! It's off Pincelli and it ricochets off the post. So unfortunate. They're from Amar Jahel and Pincelli. Lucky not to pull one back. Chip ball down the line. Mulholland intercepts well. Ball inside. Brown, Pincelli, back to Mulholland. On his left. Another save. John Paul Page. He says no. Pinselli. Holland. Oh, that was destined for the top right-hand corner, but blocked by Vanagas. I think maybe off his mouth. And we've just had a stop of play now as John Paul Page falls to the ground. Not sure why. As Gus Fontana runs to check on his keeper. Luckily, they do have Zane Ban as the reserve keeper this evening, so he might need to be called into action. And no, they both seem all right, so we're resuming with the same four that ended that interval. Here's Brown over the side ball. Goes to the back post. Pinselli. Oh, my word. With the flying scissor kick. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Vanagas working like a dog. And he nearly forced the cutback for Pilton. And Vanagas, I don't know how he's doing it. I just played a Bees game before. I made a forward run and I'd be knackered. Vanagas, he's working overtime here. His engine is like no one else in the league. Absolutely outstanding to watch. Asking for the foul there, and it's given against Braza. Jahel back to Pinselli. Pinselli, good block there by Mulholland. Pinselli! The last couple of minutes, Pumas, they're knocking on the door of Braza. Just haven't been able to find that goal to pull one back before half-time. Page Wilson intercepted by Jahel. Gus Fontana asking for the timeout. Pinselli, Wilson, all exchanging passes. Vanagas is lost out here. Pinselli again shoots from range, and Wilson sees that one out of play. And a big out as well for the Perth Pumas. It is to be mentioned, Gordon Tiong. I know, had a chat with him earlier in the week, and he has gone, I believe, to Japan and Malaysia. So we hope he's watching on the live stream maybe and rooting for his Pumas side. As now a timeout is called for Stirling Braza Ginga again. It's a hot one, so they're going to take all of the rest that they can get. As a reminder, Vanagas with the 3, Pinselli with the 1 for Pumas. You can just feel that Pumas have more to give this game without, as we've said countless times, I'll keep reminding you, the loss here and their hunt for top 7 will be over. Braza, they'll be ecstatic so far though. They are now momentarily in the top 7 before the weekend's fixtures. And I think Stirling Braza Ginga, they have the Condors, so a very winnable match by their standards. And well and truly up and about it, Stirling Braza Ginga. So I think we've got just over 3 minutes left in this half. And we'll pass you back over to Rob Sinclair.
And 3-1 here as Braza regain the side ball after their timeout. Both teams still having another one to use for next half. Wilson switching across to Vanagas now. Flicks off Jahil, going out of play. Wilson. Goes back for Vanagas. Switching down the line for Ban. Banner going in for Wilson. Wilson going for Pilton. Vanagas now with a bit of space. Wilson and Vanagas. Can he find a fourth? No. Brilliant save by Bentley in the end there, as Punzelli lifts his leg and lets the ball roll out. But brilliant movement there from Vanagas and Braza Ginga there to find to be able to get themselves in that position. Punzelli going for Wilkinson, but Jahel getting on the end of it, taking Wilson away from the ball there. 4 seconds, time up. And Punzelli's left-footed effort is off target in the end there. Pilton back to Vanagas. Pumas there claiming a handball on Jahil. Wilson now over for Pilton as Bentley off his line. Was happy to let it come to him until Pilton got right in his face. Alexander through for Wilkinson, now Punzelli. Punzelli for Wilkinson. Gets away from Wilson, here's Alexander. Alexander in for Jahil. Jahil now for Punzelli. Kenny cutting on his right, he tries to, but Vanagas and Ban are both there. Flicks long now, Jahil, oh wow, Amar. Jahil still going. As Page's split save there to block any efforts coming in for Perth Pumas. Flick over the top for Vanagas, another good one. Vanagas cuts in. Ban back for Uwe. Uwe switching out for Ban now. Here's Vanagas. Vanagas looking for Wilkinson now, who, as you can tell, is not on their team. Here's now Jahel losing out for Ban. Ban now beating Alexander as well. Now Punzelli stepping across just to watch the ball go out wide there. As Fam checks in for Punzelli. Oh, good lead by Jahel for Alexander now, who has Wilkinson down the line, trying to like shield the ball away from Burnett there. As Wilson now plays the ball in for Uwe, who loses out to Alexander. Now Jahel driving, goes by one, goes by two. And Page once again with a split save. Wow. What a finish there by Perth Pumas, just to get the better of Braza there as the ball. And another split save coming up from Page, who just ends up committing a bit too early there. As their finish from Mulholland was a good one. Just taking it away from the reach of Page, as now Alexander's in. Once again, Pumas creating great chances there against Braza, who now looks stuck in their positions. Page now going for Burnett. Goes for Uwe. Goes for Ban now. Long ball, no one in reach. Vannin now checks onto the field. And 33 seconds left in the half. Can Pumas find their response? Goes long for Vannin. Snuffed out by Stephenson there. And in other news, over at Melville, Coburn Wolves and West Coast Cobras have now kicked off. Have kicked off over at Melville. And Mulholland already has picked up a yellow, if I'm not mistaken. He does need to be very, very careful with what he says next. Burnett. Shut down by Stephenson. Mulholland. Done well there was Ban now, who has Vannin up ahead of him. Vannin slips. 6 seconds left. And a ball out of play. And Brown calling for a dive from Vannin, who did slip on the court. 2 seconds left. Braza look to be heading into this half leaders. And Brown blocking it again. And that does us there for the half, with Braza leading 3-2, but Pumas mounting a great comeback there at the end. We'll see you in time for our next half.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
We're back for the second half here as Amar Jahel and Pumas now get us underway. And Escobar chases a long ball there. Brown. Mulholland. Brown. Pinzelli with a flamboyant touch that goes wrong. Vanagas flicking long for Burnett. And Vanagas now picking up. Jahil press as well. Brown. Punzelli. Mulholland. Now for Brown. Goes for Jahil. Burnett stops. Jahel. Brown's touch away from him. Band back for Vanagas. As Escobar now gets away as Bentley offers line well. Back for Ban. Bentley saves, top of the key. Back for Brown. Over to Punzelli. And Page, top of his key well. Vanagas, Burnett, Punzelli does well. Just trying to beat Struan Burnett there. Jahel over to Brown. Jahel leaves for Punzelli. Punzelli trying to go for Mulholland. And in other news, over at Melville, it is 1-0 to Coburn Wolves. Ball stays in play, and Escobar now trying to fight with Jahel. Oh, come on, back. And it was an own goal scored by West Coast Cobras, who have just come back from that Gold Coast International, unfortunately losing out in that final in extra time. And Braza start with the keeper once again. Page goes long for Ban. Battles with Mulholland. And Mulholland does very well to keep it away. Jahel. Brown. Back for Jahel. Back for Brown now. And Mulholland gets on the end of a rogue touch there by Pilton as Punzelli now works with it. Brown going against Vanagas. And Punzelli still keeping this. No card looking, and there's no rolling foul either called by the refs in addition. And there is a card for Brown for talking back to the referee. Jahel, Punzelli in the corner. Strikes straight at Page. Mulholland does well. Pilton keeps it. Strikes, and a brilliant save by Bentley in goal. And Vanagas finds his fourth. 4-2 Stirling Braza Ginga, 4 Vanagas, Pumas 2. And Pilton with a great assist from the corner, able to find Vanegas sprinting through the middle.
Vanegas, absolutely brilliant this evening. 4 goals and 4 to Braza. What more can you ask for? And now he is tied at the top of Golden Boot with Charlie Garnham. Thought he was having a quiet season, not anymore. He proved all the doubters wrong. Vanegas into Pilton, surely not 5. Well read there by Jahel. Good footwork there by Jahel, keeps it in, but Pilton did even better. There's Vanegas, oh my word, it's off the post. Unbelievable. Wesley Vanegas. What a player. Last summer season's MVP, don't forget. When he joined Braza at the start of the season. Everyone was a bit shocked because he just won the winter season with Cumbrae, and then he joins their rivals in Braza. But what a signing it's been, and now they sit in the top 7. He has delivered entirely. Page back to Burnett. Vanegas flicked back inside. Burnett made a great run forwards. Palermo has to split. He does eventually. He finds the ball, holds it up well. Back to Ban. Cuts it inside. Seen into touch. Vanegas. Ball down the line. Palermo back to Vanegas. Still going Vanegas. Sees it for a corner. An update. Coburn Wolves now lead 2 goals to 0 against the West Coast Cobras. It's a long throw here. Alexander's volley. Out of play, wide of the post. Well, Savanovic getting the 2nd goal there at Melville. But back to the action at hand. Bentley. Oh, miscommunication at its finest. Stephenson was giving instructions to Alexander. And Bentley just rolls it into touch. Here's Vanegas. Wilson, delightful ball. Palermo looks for the cutback. Corner ball. And up next, stick around, Hawks against Furia. Real 6-point encounter there. There's a save again by Bentley. Unbelievable. Is now believable. Wilson from the corner. Back to Ben. Vanegas. Chip down the line. Was read well by Jahel. Seen into touch. Back to Ban again. They're all on the right side of the court. Wilson then peels across. Not good shape initially there by Braza. So it's a good mixture on the court at the moment from Braza. A bit of experience in Palermo. 39 years of age, I believe. Vanegas 30, Wilson 23, and same with Ban. Page, the teenager, in net. And it looks like they're finally finding some momentum this season. And over at Melville, West Coast Cobras have pulled one back with Carvalho. It's now 2 goals to 1. Stephenson now. Wilkinson couldn't find the return pass. Wilson then gets past Pham. It was delightful. Alexander with a better challenge. Stephenson with the deflection collected by Bentley. He goes fast. Out wide. Pham back across. Alexander goes for the back roll. Pham gets dispossessed by Vanegas. Brilliant by him, and he wins the side ball. No, he doesn't. Pumas side ball. Alexander goes for the shot, deflected wide. Not far away at all. It was a deflection. I thought it was deflected for a corner. Maybe not. Maybe I was seeing things. Long ball. Palermo gets ahead on it. Bentley collects again. And inside, Pham. And again, Pumas sloppy in possession. Turnover for Stirling Braza Ginga as Fred Vanen checks back on. Bit unorthodox so far by Braza. They've got 2 targets on, so See how that occurs. Ball back for Wilson. Chip down the line. Vannon holds it up well. Almost gets dispossessed, but he just keeps it. Wilson. Uy. Ball around the corner. Vannon couldn't get his touch right. Pham keeps possession now for Pumas. High press by Braza. Delightful ball finds Wilkinson. Alexander. He fluffs his lines, and that one's into touch. Vannon to Wilson. Heavy touch. Still in possession though. Ball inside Palermo. Little 1-2 with Uy. And what a ball that is. Here's Wilson. His heavy touch let him down. And Alexander wins the free kick. Wilson got his first touch right. It was a simple 2v1. But he just fluffed his lines a little bit there. Here's Alexander. Stephenson. Wilkinson asking for the foul. And he's going to get it, and that's now 3 fouls for Braza. And Jahel checks back on. So, 9 minutes left in the Perth Pumas' hunt to stay in contention for the top 7. Can they pull the cat out of the bag? Ball inside, well read there by Uy. And now it's a 3-on-1 on the break. And all that hard work to win back the ball. And his pass was too heavy. And the veterans in Vannon and Palermo they're not happy at all. As now we have a quick timeout water break. Palermo and Vanna weren't happy with Uy at all there as I see them come into the huddle. So apparently it was supposed to be a drink and no instructions, but both teams are having coaching, so Pincelli saying there's plenty of time for these timeouts. So after our quick water break, we are now back on the way Bentley for the Pumas. As we remember, Pincelli said plenty of time for them to get back in this one. Still heaps of stop clock time. Here's Uy, dispossesses as well. Ball to Vannon, a bit sloppy, but he gets on the end of it. Resets to Wilson. Back wide, Palermo, delightful ball, and Uy got a slight touch in it. But Bentley saves well and releases Brown. Stephenson, Jahel, Pincelli. No one's followed the run by Jahel, but his touch. He knows yet to be better. Amar Jahel, he made a beautiful parallel run. Just couldn't get on the end of it. Delightful touch, that was by Vannon. Palermo almost got on the end of it. Looks like Braza in a somewhat 2-2. Palermo now checks to the flank. The pass is too heavy. Brown, Stephenson, back to Brown. Inside. Good ball movement this by Pumas. Pincelli does really well. And then jump ball Page is on the floor again. So we'll see if he's alright. I think he got a foot there by Pincelli. So Page makes his way to his feet and Braza will regain possession here. Long ball. Escobar gets on the end of it. Finds Wilson. Back to Escobar. Resets to Uwe. Chip ball into Vannon. He finds Escobar. He resets all the way back to Uwe. Wilson. Chip ball for Uwe. Intercepted. Oh God, what a run this is. Still going. Asking for the foul. Nothing called. And Braza dodge a bullet there. And now a retake because went 5 meters away. Here comes the Pumas. Good challenge there by Escobar. Then Pincelli. It's deflected by Wilson. Still going Pincelli, and it's into touch.
Give him a card. You have to give him a card. What the? How the fuck is that man get yellow cards here?
Pincelli, double deflection, side ball again. Pincelli, dummy, Jahel! Deflected into Paul's hands. He goes all the way long. Here's Vannon a bit too heavy. And Bentley collects comfortably. Pincelli down the line. Brown holds it up well. Looks for the reverse switch. Does well. Chip ball then intercepted by Vannon. Wilson trying to find Vannon on the follow-up. Couldn't do so. Another free kick is called for the Perth Pumas, and back to Rob Sinclair.
And no rolling foul there, called for the Kung Fu kick against Amar Jahil. But Pincelli does pick up the foul, which was 2 seconds after. Pincelli over. Hits. Vanagas blocks. Now Uwe gets away, and Pincelli picks up an easy yellow. As Uwe just got the touch ahead of him. It was a very, very smart foul there from Pincelli with Uwe away and on goal. Vanagas long. Bentley does well. And Uwe puts it out of play as Stephenson checks onto the pitch for Brown. Pincelli trying to beat Vanagas, but Vanagas does better. Now Vanagas into Wilson, leaves it for Vanagas, and Vanagas chasing his fifth. And another update in the Coburn Wolves game, with Coburn Wolves now going 3-1 up against West Coast Cobras. And Mulholland is very close to picking up a red card here. Already on a yellow and been hit once already. That would be a second warning, so I'm assuming anything else will be an immediate yellow for a red card. Wilson can't beat Bentley. Timeout called by Perth Pumas there. And Pumas just still 4-2 down here. Not been able to crack the Braza defense anytime soon now. As Braza now in their huddle. Just trying to find and feed Vanagas as much as they can here. Pumas have been confined quite a lot there to their backcourt. Once they beat that backcourt press, they will find a way through to beat Braza here. But Braza sitting very, very high in their press, trying to shut down every pass coming in. Once they get past that first two, I do believe they will find their finish and find the win there. But it is a very, very tough test for Perth Pumas with the 2-goal deficit. And timeout has finished, and Braza now step back out on the court. Stephenson. And Braza now sitting deep, going away from that very high press in the first half. Jahel. Stephenson. Jahel. Stephenson. Wilkinson. Oh, sorry, Mulholland. As Page picks up now. Goes out wide for Bam. Ban, long ball. Doesn't beat Jahel, as Mulholland now has a little bit of space. Drifts away from Wilson. Not able to keep it in, though. Vanagas. Burnett. And now Bentley there. Jahel. Now Wilson just clears his lines. Stephenson. Jahel. Vanagas blocks. Oh, and the finish there from Fam. Just far from that post. Burnett. Just blocked by Stephenson there. Back for Wilson. In for Ban. Ban flicking down the line for Vanagas, but Bentley there once again. And side ball for Braza Ginga. And Ban's shot just beating the left post there. As Stephenson checks out, as Wilkinson checks back into the game. And now Mulholland driving through, still with the ball, but losing out there to Ban is now Bennett. Goes back for Ban. Now Vanagas. Ban. Mulholland. Mulholland once again. Does not find the pass to Wilkinson. Goes back to Burnett and Ban. Now Wilson. Trying to find Ban at that back post, but Jahel was there. And now Wilkinson doesn't shoot, blocked by Burnett in the end there. Hilton looks to check in now for Wilkinson. Lays it off for Jahel. Jahel checks inside, has the hit. And now hit in the face now is Page, who's been kicked in the face by Wilkinson. And Mulholland already on that yellow card and 2 warnings. And Mulholland does look to be getting sent off here. Yes, he does. And Mulholland now picks up a red card now. Pumas look to be in even more trouble. Pumas don't look to get away with it. And the refs say that it's when the offence was committed on court.
The only reason why I didn't push straight away is because I had to assess the keeper first. The keeper was bleeding. The keeper saved his first, then the player. He subbed off because he knew he was going to get sent off.
And now Braza down to 3 here as the offence was on court, and Mulholland does get sent off for 2 yellow cards. Now Vanagas. Wilson for Pilton. Bentley well there. Goes long for Jahel. And off the roof there by Vanagas. And Punzelli checks on for Brown. Jahel goes long for Punzelli. Jahel winning it well there. And keeper change there as Zainban comes in for John Page as he's was bleeding after being kicked in the face. Vanagas now for Burnett. For Wilson. Pilton back post. Strikes. Good save by Bentley there in the end. And Jahel now. Foul caused by Braza there now. And that's Braza's 5 fouls now. Any foul from this point on will be a 10-meter penalty to Perth Pumas. Now trying to look for any fouls they can just get there, as Braza are starting to nip away once they're in possession, so this game does not look to be out of hand. Vanagas finds Wilson. Wilson back to Pilton. Pilton to Wilson. Wilson flicking down the line for Burnett. Bentley. And here's Jahel. No, Burnett. Bentley and Jahel doing really well there. As now it's Punzelli. Here's Alexander. Yep. Jahel goes out for Stephenson. They're back to their 4 now. As both Pumas players leave it. Braza looking to be very, very nippy now. Can they find a way to get their 5th?
Well done there by Perth Pumas. Didn't concede, and maybe there's just a little glance of hope here to pull a result out. 2 minutes left on the clock, minute 55 now. And they've got 5 fouls. We'll see what happens. Jahel, Stephenson, Alexander, Wilkinson. They're the 4 on. Here's Jahel, still going. Seen how to play. Looks like 5th man as well for the Perth Pumas. Pincelli gets the pink top on. Maybe a bit too late. Should have been a bit earlier. Wilson back to Ban. Wilson. Braza, they've worked hard this season. They've lost a lot of close games that they were definitely the better in. Everyone thinks back to the South Perth game. That one they definitely should have won. The Cumbrae game they were competitive in. Perth United game. The Furia game. Before the break they beat Coburn Wolves, which has given them a glimpse into the top 7, and now a win this evening. They're going to be in the top 7 with Condors at the weekend. As now Pincelli comes as 5th man. Zane Ban is on as goalkeeper. Double deflection, Stephenson, it's cut back. Maybe that had to go in to save their chances. Wilkinson, Alexander, Jahel, Alexander. Finally, Braza, they've learnt how to get over that finish line, how to see out results. Timeout now for Braza. 46.7 left on the clock. So now, both teams assessing the situation. Little rest. Braza having a chat. Ban setting up the 4. As I was saying, Ban talking with the 4. Vannon, Wilson, Banagas. Ban in net. So, the 4 for the Pumas. Wilkinson, Brown, Stephenson, Jahel. Obviously Pincelli in net. They've got 40 seconds. Can they pull 2 back? As we spoke about at the weekend, last summer season, Hawks against Stirling Braza Ginga. It was a 2-goal margin, and with 28 seconds, Braza pulled it back against the Hawks. So can the Pumas do it against Braza? They don't have me playing, so maybe not. We are. So now we're back underway. Ban in net. Goes short to Vanagas. Plays back. Wilson. Ban. Gets past Brown. Some skill we didn't know he had. Tries to play it across. But Jahel intercepts. They have to score this. Stephenson back to Jahel. Handball. Maybe. Nothing called. I thought that was going to be a nailed on handball, but referees didn't see it. And then this one's seen into touch. I actually can't believe that one wasn't called. And I think that's Perth Pumas' last opportunity to pull a result here. Here Vanagas goes long. And Sally sees that one into touch. 18 seconds left on the clock. Well done by Braza. Definitely getting the 3 points here in the top 7. Big win for them on this catch-up game Wednesday. They brought their fans down and they didn't disappoint. Vanagas cuts inside. Can he have a 5-star performance with 5 goals? A goal a star? He's already got a 5-star performance, let's be honest. Pincelli goes long, and Stirling Braza Ginga, as the full-time whistle goes, gets all 3 points, and they've solidified themselves, not solidified, they've found themselves momentarily in the top 7. Great performance from them. Perth Pumas, they're going to have to battle it out in the bottom 7 playoffs for the second half of the season to try and finish first and find that last quarterfinals position. But otherwise, great performance from the men in blue this evening. Thank you for joining us. We'll have the stats on the screen shortly. And next up, Furia Futsal Club up against the Northern Hawks. Thank you, and we'll see you for the next one.